I saw a title and I was like, this looks really entertaining, or this looks like it could be something good. So I was like, I may as well react to this. So this is going to be Pokemon Gen 10 is Game Freak's Last Chance by Philly McWillie. This guy has like, how the hell? Okay, this video making rounds though. I already liked it. So I'm going to, I already liked it. Make sure you support your content creators, right? I'm going to link the original video in the description section below, right? And then also hit the like button for this as well. I love watching these videos because these videos always show like a different side of the community. Because like, if you don't know, a lot of Pokemon echo chambers are either you're part of the demographic that thinks like, the demographic that thinks like Pokemon is like bad, or it's dying, or like, something like that. Or you're just one of those people who are like, oh, I can accept Pokemon's flaws. I still play the game. I still thoroughly enjoy it. It helped me feel good as a kid. It depends on where you're at, right? So I think that like seeing these videos are really good. There's also, I'm gonna be honest with you all, there's also like some theory videos that I kind of want to get into, but I'll watch those on my own. Or I guess I'll watch those like with y'all at some given point, right? Let's give this a go. I guess let's run it up.
So, Game Freak.
Yeah.
What's going on with Game Freak? Well, I think Game Freak at the moment is currently hanging from the edge of a cliff over shark-infested waters, and the only thing that can save them from being eaten alive by a shiver of man-eating sharks. That's what you call a group of sharks, by the way. I looked it up. It's a shiver. The only thing that can save them now is probably Generation 10. We're getting to the point now where those same old excuses that people keep using, like, the hardware's not strong enough. We've got the Switch 2 now. Game Freak isn't used to making 3D games. It's been over a decade since X and Y. The learning curve can't be that steep. They don't need to try because people will still buy the shitty games regardless of how shitty they are.
That's true.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah. But anyway, Pokemon is the highest grossing media franchise in the world. Why can't they just release a game that doesn't feel like a barren, boggy, half-baked mess? I mean, they have this brilliant concept. It's inspired loads of other games, some of which are developed by really small indie teams. And they wait.
I kind of want to make a comment on the practice as well. Why can't they put out a quality game on release? Because I think Scarlet and Violet coming out and it being in the state that it was, and then like it continuing to be in that state for like a couple of patches, and then out of nowhere, here's the Switch 2, and you get like I think it's like a free upgrade or like a $40 upgrade or something like that or whatever. After the 30, no, it's a free upgrade. Yes, it's a free upgrade, but then you have to pay $30-something, $40-something for like the DLC. And then that was like, what, the year or two, the last 2 years of that thing's lifespan. And then the Switch 2 comes out. And it's like, damn, this game is just way better now, But you had to buy a whole $500 console to get the Switch 2. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, or to get the Switch 2 performance, right? So I think the business practice is kind of crazy too, because, hey, here's this bloated ass game that literally can't work. Like, I didn't know, like, Pokemon should not be Nintendo's Bethesda is what I'm saying. Where we have to, like, wait forever for the game to be fixed or whatever, or the fans have to do it, or we have to run on the emulator for it to work properly, and they still don't work properly because the games aren't actually optimized. It's like, all right, bruh. But hey, here's $500 for a console that you're going to make us have to buy in the next 3 or 4 years, because Generation 10 is coming out in the next 2 or 3 years now. Because we have Legends ZA, then I think people are talking about like the Black and White remakes, and then people are talking about like the Pokemon Generation 10, or Gen 10 might just come out, or it might just be announced next year. We don't know. But the fact that, hey, you had to buy a whole $500 console for a game that's apparently, allegedly, what the rumor mill is saying, Generation 10 is going to be exclusively on the Switch 2. So it's like, damn. Yeah, y'all had to wait like damn near 4 or 5 years to get an actual quality game or actual quality version of the game that you paid $60 for. But now you're gonna have to pay $70 to $80 for it. You're still gonna pay the same $30 for the DLC. At least they'll run good this time, right? Yeah. And it's like you can't defend that. I think that's my thing, right? You genuinely cannot defend that And it's like seeing people like do that. It's like, come on, yo. I didn't know Nintendo had you like this by the balls. The games aren't that good for you to feel like this, bro. Bro, Pokemon games are not that good for you to feel like this. Not the recent ones. Except Legends Arceus. Except Legends Arceus. Let's be real here. Except Legends Arceus. But I'm sorry. Let's continue.
Game Freak in lots of areas. I mean, there's a reason Power World blew up when it launched. It's because it gave people something that they wanted. And maybe instead of trying to sue every Pokemon-like game into oblivion, like Game Freak love to do, they love to just, they'll see something that's like Pokemon, they're like, sue them now. Instead of doing that, they could just, I don't know, learn from them and do better. Because if they made something truly amazing, then no one would want to play anything else. So Game Freak have been making Pokemon games for a while now. It's been almost 30 years.
Or they would want to play more, right? I know Breath of the Wild was like a big, humongous game, right? Literally, I remember getting Genshin Impact and I was like, this is just Breath of the Wild, but with the gacha system. But then look at Genshin Impact. Look how big that game is now. Like, still to this day, right? So it's like, okay, so somebody's Breath of the Wild into Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is like, you know, the exact same thing. Some people still never play Breath of the Wild, by the way. So it's like, okay, this game looks good enough. What about the others in the genre? Then you have all these other Genshin-like games that came out during like the, or these Breath of the Wild-like games that came out over the years of like 2019 and like 2020, 2022, or to 2022. And it was a really good time. Some of them are garbage, yes, but it's like, some are really, really good, you know? And I think for Pokemon's case, Power World was a interesting like thing, because Power World is really just Arc. Power World is really, really Arc, you know? Now the game's so different than what it originally was supposed to be because of these lawsuits that like, hey, like, I might do a video going over like the changes in Power World since the lawsuit. Low key, Animo looks beautiful. We just got done playing Animo. It's like a Genshin, the real Genshin Impact. There's that Card Me game. Look up KARDMI. There's a Card Me game that me and Ryzen posted or whatever. It was really, really good. Like there's games to like there's no reason the space can't be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm saying.
Since Pokemon Red and Green released in Japan, 30 years. And even though Pokemon has been around for a really, really long time, the games haven't really evolved that much. They just follow the same basic format that they always follow. You're a kid who wants to catch Pokemon, so you decide to leave home. And your mother doesn't care that you want to leave home at such a young age and just wander around the world like an idiot. And then you'll meet a professor who's always named after a tree, because trees equal knowledge, obviously. And after you meet the professor, they'll let you choose either a water, fire, or grass type Pokemon. It's always the same. And then you go off on your merry way, collect your 8 badges, defeat the evil team. There's always an evil team. And after you've done all that, you challenge the Pokemon League, and then you become the Pokemon champion. 30 years they've been doing that, and I think it's because Game Freak are afraid to do anything else. Well, no, actually, I know with Scarlet and Violet, they did try to make it open world. And even if it was boring and buggy and boring, you know, at least they tried. Right? Did they try?
And it wasn't really open world. I don't care what nobody says. I don't give a listen. Unless your game has level scaling, that shit was never fully open world. Oh, hey, I can go from the middle or the bottom of the map to the... Who cares? Those Pokemon are literally over leveled still. You can't battle the gyms in any order. The real story is still being told in a sequential, like, you know, in an order. Like, you have, it's not really open world. It's not. You just move around. Whatever.
When Scarlet and Violet was announced, I was like, this is it. They've gone back to their roots. They've gone back to colors. It's the great reset we've all been waiting for. Pokemon is gonna be great again. And then I played the game and I was like, well, no. None of that's true. I feel like a lot of people must have felt like it was going to be great, because as of June 2025, Scarlet and Violet, they've sold 27.1.
We are never getting good Pokemon games again, bro. We are never getting good Pokemon games again. Scarlet and Violet is, I think, like the second highest selling Pokemon games ever. And before that, I think it was Sword and Shield. We are never getting good Pokemon games ever again. Oh my God, dude. This is like genuinely embarrassing. Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. Seeing this and then seeing every other month there's a achievement that Scarlet and Violet like achieves. I'd be sitting here and I'm like, okay, maybe on the Switch 2 that can warrant it, but dog, y'all were running this up on the Switch, dude. We're lost.
1.5 million copies worldwide, which makes it the second most sold Pokemon game after the original Red and Blue, which is insane. It's clear that the game's sales do not reflect the game's quality in this case.
At all.
Its quality was awful. I still played it though. Like many Pokemon fans, I looked past the glaring issues and I actually did enjoy my time with it. I had to enjoy my time. It's Pokemon. Come on, Pokemon. But, you know, after a bit of time, a bit of reflection, I couldn't help but feel like Game Freak let me down quite a bit, actually. And I think I'm not alone in feeling that way. I feel like Game Freak has lost a lot of people's confidence because, yet again, they failed to deliver what the fans wanted. And yet again, they failed to deliver a high-quality gaming experience. How hard can it be? You're the biggest grossing franchise in the world. They're worth $113.7 billion. Just put some more of that money into making a good game, because that's what the majority...
And start hiring more people. Bro, get Monolith Soft on the job, bro. I keep telling y'all, bro. Literally, Game Freak and Monolith Soft can literally create one of the best Pokemon experiences ever. But for some reason, there's not a lot of outsourcing when it comes to these games, and it pisses me off so badly, bro. Game Freak is like a company full of, like, I think it's like 100, 200 something like people or whatever, in an industry where there's a lot of companies that have a lot more, right? It's nothing to ask. I don't know why they don't ask people to be like, hey, can y'all come over? Can we hire so-and-so? Can we get so-and-so over here? Can y'all transfer so-and-so over here to this branch or this company? Can we get so-and-so over here? Please. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, you're the biggest company ever. And I understand, like, when people put up the how much the franchise is worth, right? A lot of the times the games make up a small portion of that $1 billion. The thing about it is, even if the game is making up less of the overall franchise, the games are still making more than literally anybody. You get what I'm saying? Like, the games are making more than literally any other person, any other company. The games are making more. So, okay, cool. If the games are making more, there's some of the highest selling games of all time. We should be able to at least expect and or ask for at least more stuff, like more quality in these things. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, yo, you know, put something in here. The games still make a lot of money. We get it. You want to put, I don't care for the trading card things. I don't care for the merchandise. I don't care for the anime. We get it. The games are like vehicles to push these things, and people just flock to those things normally because they love the games. They love the medium or the franchise. That's fine. That's business 101, right? You have a vehicle and you put them over there and you push the rest, right? I get it. That makes a lot of sense. Can we at least make the games better? You know, can we at least do something? They don't have to come out every year. Y'all just skipped a whole year for Legends ZA, and guess what? That whole leak that happened, who knows if that would have happened, if that would have, you know, like, that is, it's just crazy, man.
That's what the fans want. They want a good game. The majority of Pokemon fans play the games. They don't watch the anime. They play the games. That's what most of the people do. So just do it. So this is why Generation 10 matters. I think it matters a lot. I think the release of this game is very important because it could literally make or break Game Freak, I think. I think it really could. This isn't just another generation. It's the 10th generation. It's a milestone. It's a legacy moment. Look how amazing Generation 5
it's the biggest milestone
was for its time. Pokemon Black and White are still...
This is the biggest milestone. Like, the 10th generation of Pokemon is bigger than the 10th anniversary of Pokemon, the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Like, this is literally a bigger, like Generation 10 coming out 30 years later is like one of the biggest. This is your time to shine. Like, I also think a lot of people, I do have a idea for Pokemon Champions that they're probably not gonna do, but it looks like they're trying to like move into a direction that I'm not sure a lot of people see. And I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see, because I have no idea, but let's go.
Still considered some of the greatest Pokemon games ever made. Game Freak needs to get back to that level where the fans truly appreciate what they've spent their money on, and they can once again really enjoy the magic that Pokemon can create. And also, with the 30th anniversary of Pokemon just around the corner, this is Game Freak's opportunity to redeem itself in the eyes of their fans. So how can they do that? How can Game Freak redeem themselves? Well, Game Freak has the ability to make a great game. We've seen this. I mean, look at this thing that came out recently that they showed off.
Which I'm gonna say it. Listen, hey, if you aren't subscribed to the Sacred XL channel, go subscribe to that channel now in the description, bro. We will be playing this.
This was Game Freak.
I am playing this.
Game Freak is developing. What even is it? Like,
this looks crazy.
Why are they giving this kind of treatment?
Why are they making Souls-like games? I'm playing this.
A game nobody cares about, but the world's biggest franchise looks like this. Pokemon has the potential to be so much greater, and I think Game Freak just needs to be more confident. They need to take bigger risks. They need to try new things, and they need to look at how successful Legends Arceus was as well. I mean, they could learn from that. They can build on that. And also, if they truly harness the power of the Switch too, then Pokemon could truly evolve as a franchise. Legend of Zelda is an example of a franchise that has truly grown and evolved over the years. Its quality has only improved, and that's because they aren't afraid of trying different art styles or mechanics. They aren't afraid of change. They embrace it, but they still manage to keep the core of what makes them Legend of Zelda games. Game Freak need to do more than just introduce the...
I also think that multiplayer is a big like component for this type of argument. Like, I think that like the reason why these single player, solo player games are able to expand is because of the fact that, you know, there is no multiplayer, right? I think that Pokemon is in an unfortunate situation because in Pokemon, you are able to breed Pokemon for online. You're able to catch Pokemon for online. You're able to have your friends involved in the thing and battle them or whatever. I think that Pokemon Home and Pokemon Champions and Pokemon whatever generations onward is going or should be the status quo going forward. I think that I don't want to say removing online like rank and stuff like that is the play, but I think that if you want a more official that ranked system or online experience, you should be able to move all your Pokemon to champions. And then if you want like, and then you can breed them in Generation 10, and like you can breed them, raise them, EV train them, all that stuff, and put them over in Generation 10 or put them over in Pokemon Champions, and that will be what you use to battle. But you can still have like a little like small ranked system or like a small online system, kind of like how in I think is it Let's Go? In Let's Go, where like they had a lot more of a casual like online experience. Like that would be like what you would do for Generation like 10. Like that would be what you do. You can battle with your friends, have them come in, talk to them, you know, play with them, battle them, whatever. But then also have like your own online experience, and that'd be cool. But if you want a real competitive official experience, you have to move your Pokemon over there to champions battles, and that's like an ecosystem. That's like, oh hey, here's the games, here's the home is free, right? How much? Oh, it's Pokemon Home price. Pokemon Home is wait, oh my god, okay, wait. So Pokemon Home is $3, right? It's $5 for 3 months, and then it's $16. That's the oh my god. The premium upgrades is crazy. Damn, dude. Yo, y'all got it, Pokemon. That's crazy. But obviously, you know, it's the ecosystem where you have the games, the hosting site, the hosting simulator, PC box, and then you have the competitive game, and then like, it'll just funnel everything into each other, and that'd be fine, right? I think y'all aren't ready for my take on that. I think as much as I hate, as much as I would hate for me to have to buy Pokemon Home and or Pokemon Champions to experience some features in Pokemon, I think that for the greater good and the bigger picture, I think that if I want my Pokemon games, my single player Pokemon game experience to be better, I think I'm willing to accept that I have to sacrifice online for that. Because in my mind, the quality of life in Pokemon games have gotten better. Like Scarlet and Violet, I always say I hate those games, but the quality of life that they've done in those games are really, really good. And I just thoroughly enjoy that. I think that's one of the best progressing they've done in Pokemon is the quality of life changes. I think that the single player experience still is garbage. So it's like, I don't even know, like, where to even go, you know?
Next version of Mega Evolution or Z moves or whatever the next battle gimmick is, the formula has to evolve, but at the same time, Pokemon has to still retain its identity. But at the same time, Game Freak just needs to understand the game needs to be stable, it needs to be polished, and most importantly, it needs to be memorable, but for the right reasons. So, what do we actually know about Gen 10? Well, a lot has leaked on the run-up to its announcement, starting in
are we getting into leaks? Are we getting into leaks? Are we doing that? Are we doing that, G? Hold on. Leak disclaimer. I'm a Nick, future Nick. Edit the time where if he gets crazy, let me know. Hey.
October of 2024, when a leaker
Okay, all right, so we are getting into it. Got you.
Shared a screenshot revealing 2 test builds from September of 2023. One was named Gaia K Test, and the other one was named Gaia N Test. So the word Gaia most notably refers to Gaia, the Greek goddess of the earth. In Greek mythology, she is considered the mother of all creation, having given birth to the Titans, the sea, and the mountains. This has led many people to speculate that Generation 10's region will in fact be based on Greece. And what do we know about Greece? Well, it has a lot of islands. People have even guessed what the names of these games could be. Gaia K is thought to relate to the Japanese word kaze, which means wind, and Gaia N is thought to relate to the Japanese word nami, which translates to wave, which could be fitting for a game that involves traveling to different islands. This might work in Game Freak's favor if they want to make the game open but still feel less barren. They could have multiple islands, each one uniquely crafted with lots of detail and different environments for all the different types of Pokemon to live. There would also be more of a sense of exploration, traversing the ocean, finding secret hidden islands and buried treasures. The evil team, they could even be pirates. That would be cool, wouldn't it? If you had to like battle against Pokemon pirates. Traveling across the ocean could allow for more fun mechanics than just cycling your bike across a barren wasteland. There could even be massive storms or like whirlpools, deep sea diving, pirate Pokemon ship battles. They might even bring fishing back. Also, having small concentrated island zones connected by a vast ocean might even help reduce memory strain and might even help the game run better. But we already know that the Switch 2 is a lot more capable than its predecessor, so, you know, there shouldn't really be any excuse for the game running poorly. Anyway, it should run fine. It should be a good game. Game Freak. This is also a great opportunity for Game Freak to create some really fun Pokemon designs based on Greek mythology. Ancient Greek mythology has so many iconic and memorable creatures like the Cyclops, Medusa, the Minotaur guy, that Pegasus horse thing, you know, Hercules and all that stuff. There's so many cool things in Greek mythology that Game Freak could pull inspiration from and create some really cool, unique new Pokemon designs. So I'm looking, if it is true about it being based around Greek mythology, then I am really excited to see what kind of Pokemon designs they come up with. But yeah, honestly, I think Game Freak, this is probably their last chance now to regain people's trust. I do believe that. If Generation 10 comes out and it's a massive disaster, then I think that might be it for Game Freak. I honestly think that Nintendo would probably have to get another studio to make Pokemon games instead, because I'm sure there's a team of developers out there that could do a hell of a lot better.
That's dramatic. That's so dramatic. Pokemon will be fine. Pokemon will be fine. It'll just lose a humongous base of the. It'll just lose more faith. I don't think Pokemon is ever gonna like not have like a base. I don't think it's ever gonna flop personally.
Than what Gamefreak has done already. But I'm hopeful. Because we have the Switch 2 now. Gamefreak has already made so many mistakes on Switch 1. I'm hopeful that they've learned from them, and I'm hopeful that they've been listening to the fans, you know, because they're the people that matter most, the people that play the games. I personally haven't had an amazing Pokemon experience probably since X and Y. Ever since Pokemon came to the Switch, things have took a bit of a nosedive, but I'm praying that Game Freak get back on their feet and they figure it out for the sake of the franchise and for the sake of their fan base. But I want to know what you think. Do you think that Game Freak will redeem itself with the release of Generation 10? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please show your enjoyment by liking the video. It really helps me out a lot. And if you're new here and you want to see more gaming videos...
That was good. That was a really good video. That was a really good video, dude. This was 9 minutes or 10 minutes, and I just yapped my whole life away. Yo, I don't know why y'all watch me, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on with me, bro. My goodness, that was good. That was really, really good. A lot of points were made. A lot of repeating points were made too, that I feel like I've heard over the years. But still really good talking points. Go check out the original video. Make sure I leave a like on both videos, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Bye.